Hey guys, it's Jessica. So I wanted to come on really quickly to answer a couple of Facebook questions that I have been getting recently. And one of them is basically, what is the difference between leave-ins and moisturizers? And can you interchange them? And what are their purpose? And do you really need one over the other? Can you just use one? Do you have to use both of them together? Etc, etc. So, to the best of my ability, I'm going to try and explain without causing more confusion on the difference for me between leave-ins versus moisturizers. Okay, so leave-in conditioners. In my videos, I realized when I got this question, I don't really do a good job of explaining why I use something as a leave-in versus using something as a moisturizer. Sometimes things that say that they're leave-ins, I say that I use them as moisturizers. Some things that are marketed as moisturizers, I use as leave-ins. Or I just don't use one, or I use them together, and I get it. It's really confusing. And the young lady that asked me this, she said she's really confused and videos on YouTube weren't helping, and she asked me for my opinion. So let's get into it. Leave-ins versus moisturizers. Okay. Leave-ins are marketed to, and I'm trying to do this without causing any more confusion. Leave-ins are mostly marketed to use after you cleanse your hair and condition it and detangle and deep condition, what have you, like right after washing, this is what you put on your hair to kind of create a barrier of moisture, and then you go into styling your hair. So yeah, hence leave-in conditioner. Now, I have some leave-ins here. I have 3 of them. And then I have some moisturizers here. Moisturizers are more so marketed towards, so if you do twists or braids, or if your hair needs moisture throughout the week to kind of refresh your curls and perk them up, that's what kind of moisturizers are used for. Or people will say use a leave-in and then they'll put their moisturizer on top. Again, everybody has their own method. I have my own method that's not always the same. Leave-ins, okay. First and foremost, leave-ins, I feel, are the most confusing thing on the planet in terms of the hair world, especially if you're just starting out, because leave-ins vary in consistency and things like widely, okay? So I'm just going to put this out here. The 3 things that I look for in a leave-in conditioner is it has to have slip. It has to go on wet hair like nicely. I shouldn't have to be like struggling to get this leave-in conditioner in my hair. It should just kind of glide on. I shouldn't have any issues. Number 2, it has to be relatively thick, okay? Some people like looser leave-ins. I like them thick, okay, which I'm going to show the difference. So I like me a thick leave-in conditioner. My third is it has to be, of course, moisturizing. If I don't have a good moisturizing base, which is my leave-in conditioner, my wash and goes will turn out like crap, and I might as well just wash my hair the next day because my hair will not come out good. Trust me. So yeah, let's get into it. Leave-ins. We have the Alake Natural leave-in. Come on, focus for me. Leave-in conditioner, right? Okay. As you can see, this is a spray. For those of you familiar with it, you hear that? You hear that? It's a liquid, okay? It's a liquid. It's a liquid spray. If you can, hopefully you can see that. It's a liquid spray. Smells fantastic. I really love the smell. But number 1, it doesn't meet the criteria of being thick. It's kind of moisturizing, but not enough for me. And it has slip, but again, I'd have to use probably half of this bottle to do one like styling session for like a real leave-in conditioner for me. So I don't use it as leave-in conditioner because honestly it's too damn expensive to be doing all that. I use this more so as a refresher spray. So in the morning or whenever I feel like my hair is a little bit dry, and I just want to kind of perk up my curls a little bit, I'll pull this out, spray it all over, shake my hair, and I'll be out the door. So I use this as a refresher. I don't use it as a leave-in. I really don't like that they call it a leave-in, but people do use this as a traditional leave-in conditioner, and it works for them. So again, it's all about preference. So there's that. This is another leave-in conditioner, which doesn't make it any better that the name of this, which is not the company, this is nobody's fault. I'm not faulting anybody, but it's called the coconut hair milk, basically. And when I think hair milk, I'm thinking of like a moisturizer, not a leave-in conditioner. But this one is by Care. It's their coconut hair milk. And it says down here, leave-in conditioner. Okay. I'm going to show you the consistency. I have products. I must have dropped this at some point. Okay. Look how runny that is. Yeah. So this is really, really runny and watery looking. Feeling it, okay, it looks like this. Really, it has the slip, okay, so it meets that criteria, but it just feels like water to me. When I do my product reviews, this is why I put it on my hand and I like actually show you the physical like product and tell you what I'm feeling, because I feel like a little itty bitty bit of moisture, but for the most part this feels like a watered down conditioner and it just feels like water. So as a leave-in, for me, this product would not give me what I'm looking for. It's not thick and it's not going to be moisturizing enough for the base of my wash and go or for the base of my style. So this, again, I would probably use as a midweek refresher, or I would use it as a moisturizer. I also would probably only use this product in the spring and summer months, not in the wintertime, because it is so light. But just like I'm doing, I take a little bit and I put it in my hair, and just to give me some moisture in my hair, and I'm on my way. But this is not, I would not categorize this as a leave-in conditioner for my preferences. Okay. One that I would categorize as a leave-in for my preferences is the Roze Coconut Water leave-in hair treatment. Okay, this one, unlike all the other ones, is super duper thick, and I'm gonna try to. You have to really shake the bottle down, number one. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so really thick coming out of the bottle. Feeling it. Okay, it has a slip. You see my hands, my fingers are not sticking together. It's just slippery as it can be. It's still like kind of, well, my hair sucks this stuff up, so it gets down into my hair, but you feel the moisture that it has in it, okay? You feel the oils and the butters that are in here, and you just feel the moisturization. Or for those of you who want to test out the moisture or something, and I do this while I'm in the store. Yes, I'm one of those people. I'll take a little bit and put it on my hand or whatever and rub it in like lotion. Okay, if you can feel it on your hand after it's like rubbed in and absorbed and it feels moisturized, then I know that my hair is probably going to like it. If it's just gone and I don't feel anything, I'm probably not going to like it as a leave-in. But the Roze I like as a leave-in. It is a nice moisturizing base. It gives me a lot of slip putting it on. I don't have to struggle to put it on. And it's thick. So, as you can see, all three of these leave-ins are completely different in consistency. But again, some people like their leave-ins liquid. Some people like them a little runny like water. And for my preference, I like them thick. Okay, so those are leave-ins. And typically, I will use leave-ins after my hair washing session. Now, some moisturizers I also use in place of leave-in conditioners. This one in particular is a very good example. I love it. It is the Darcy's Botanical Sweet Cocoa Bean Curl Smoothing Cream. Okay, this is what it looks like. I do have reviews on everything I have reviews on. I'm going to put in the description bar because I have reviews on a couple of these things. So, again, very thick. Okay, thicker than the Roze even that I just showed you guys. Alright, putting it on my hand, it looks thick. It looks thicker than the other things I've shown you. And rubbing it together, first of all, the slip is amazing. You feel the moisture in it. And you see it's not kind of rubbing into my skin as the Camille Rose was. Okay, it's still there, you still see it. So it provides really, really nice moisturization for my hair. This is one of those where I have a couple of them in my stash, and you'll hear me in reviews and stuff say that this is my multitasker. Okay, I can use this, and it's marketed as a moisturizing smoothing cream. Okay, so focus, there we go. Moisturizing smoothing cream. So it's not marketed as a leave-in, but my hair likes this as a leave-in conditioner, or I can use it as a moisturizer. So if I wanted to use this leave-in treatment, and then put this on top as kind of like my moisturizer slash styler, I could do that and use both of these just fine. Or I can just use this by itself, which is what I do typically, because if I have something that is a moisturizer but I can double as a leave-in, that takes out a whole step out of my styling routine, and that's one less product I can put on my hair. So I use this bad boy for leave-in moisturizing. If I need to moisturize my hair midweek, if I need to refresh my hair in the morning, I can pull this out and like put it a little bit in my hair, and I'm good to go. So this is a multitasker, but this one is targeted for moisturizing. Okay, the next one I also have a review on is the Basque Palm Tapioca, the deluxe. It's a hair cream. Okay, whoops. This is what it looks like. This one is what I would call a buttercream, just because it does have butters in it, but the first ingredient is water. So it's butters and water and oils and all kinds of nice stuff in it. But you see how thick it is. Okay, even rubbing it together, it's really thick. All right. It has some slip, not enough for me to make it a leave-in by itself, but it is super moisturizing. Okay, it has that moisture and it is thick. Okay, but without it having slip, I can't use it as a leave-in. So what I would do is I would take, say, again, the Camille Rose, or even maybe this Kamaza Care, because it is lighter. Because when I use this, if I want to use it as a wash and go, which I think I've told somebody this before somewhere, I just want that slippery type base. So I'll pull this out even and put it on first, and then I'll follow up with this Palm Tapioca. Okay, one of the most moisturizing wash and go routines that I do. Okay, because this stuff right here, I don't have to if I use this in my styling, if you will, I won't have to moisturize my hair at all during that week, because this by itself keeps my hair super soft, super moisturized. My curls are popping. I have no issues whatsoever. So this is more so a moisturizer. Okay. And lastly, I have my Oyen Whipped Pudding. It's a rich, dense, shea-based moisture cream. Okay. A lot of you have seen this one too. A lot of people like this. Again, this is a buttercream. It is water-based, and it has butters and oils and all kinds of good stuff in it. And it smells like chocolate. Okay, this is what it looks like. Super duper duper thick. It almost looks, until you feel it, just looking at it, it looks like a butter. And this is what it looks like. Okay, again, rubbing it together, this one has a little bit more slip than the Palm Tapioca, but again, it's super thick. It's nice and creamy and moisturizing. And again, I wish it would have a little bit more slip, which is why I can't use this exclusively as a leave-in, and I can't make it dual purpose like this sweet cocoa bean. So again, I will use a slippery light leave-in under it, because I can't really use a thick leave-in and a thick moisturizer together, because it's too much on my hair. It weighs my hair down too much, and it's just no-go. So if I'm using, say, these two to style with, I'll use a lighter, which is why I pulled out this Kamaza Care. I'll use a lighter leave-in that I like, that has the slip, because then I'm putting the moisture and the thickness on my hair after that leave-in. So, in the terms of these two. So, that is how I use leave-ins versus moisturizers. So yes, I use both in my regimen. I really like multitaskers like this sweet cocoa bean. So I mean, it just all depends. If you like a certain leave-in conditioner that's marketed as a leave-in, and you know you can't use it as a moisturizer, then you will have 2 products. If you can find a moisturizer that does both, then you can get away with 1. I intermix. So it just depends on the day. It depends on the weather outside. When it's colder, I tend to use both a nice leave-in and a moisturizer just so my hair is extra moisturized. Versus in the summer and springtime when it's hot out, I don't like having a lot of thick things on my hair. So just using this by itself is enough, okay? So yeah, that is it. That is my version of the difference and how I use leave-ins versus moisturizers. If you guys have any questions, or like I said, if you have any comments or anything you want to add, please add them down in the comment section below. Let's help everybody out here. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.